There's one number that decides whether implant ads will ever work in your town, and almost no dentist knows about it. But you're a smart dentist watching this, so you're about to find out what that number is. But first, if you do dental implants and you're still waiting on referrals and a word to mouth to fill your schedule, this can literally be the most important video you watch this month. Because I'm about to show you exactly how to get 20 qualified implant consults on your calendar in 60 days. People who actually want implants and can afford them without touching an ad, a funnel, or even your phone. And if we don't hit that number, we're gonna work completely for free until we do. Stick with me here because I'm also gonna walk you through Jenny, a general dentist who went from pure word of mouth to a full implant calendar, adding over $32,000 to her practice in a single month. But first, let's be honest. If you're watching this, you're probably a great dentist that cares about his practice. But being a great dentist was never your problem. The problem is new implant patients that show up whenever they feel like it. Some months you're probably packed. Some months it's dead quiet. And with implants, one good month versus a bad one could be tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars swinging on pure chance of whether those patients show up or they don't. So you lean on referrals and you're grateful for every single one of them. But referrals aren't a system. You can't turn them up when you want to. You can't predict them. You can't build a practice on, I hope someone sends me a full arch case this month. Maybe you already tried to fix this. Ran some ads yourself, hired an agency, and got a pile of leads, tire kickers, price shoppers who ghosted the second your front desk called. Here's why. Most agencies get paid to generate leads, so they chase the cheapest one possible because volume makes the report look good. And whether those people ever sit in your charity event, it's not their problem. And here's what nobody tells you. While you wait, the cost isn't zero. One full arch case you didn't get is $15,000, $20,000 gone. Not lost to a better dentist, lost to a quieter one who simply showed up online. So who am I to tell you this? We're not an agency that dabbles in dentistry between selling to gyms, restaurants, and tens other industries. We do one thing and we do it well. We put implant patients in dental chairs. I got tired of watching good dentists get billed every month for nothing. So we built the opposite model. We don't get paid to hand you leads. We get paid to fill calendars with qualified implant consults. And if your chairs don't fill, we don't deserve to get paid. And we put that in writing. So what do we actually do? We call it the full schedule system. And it's 3 moves. 1, we study your market. Before we spend a single dollar, we're gonna search who is searching for implants near you. Who is your real competition? Where is the demand? Most agencies skip this completely and just pray. We don't launch until we know exactly how we can win for your specific practice. Number 2, we built ads and funnels engineered to attract treatment-ready patients and not coupon hunters. The messaging pre-qualifies people before they ever reach you. And step 3, this is where everyone else quits. We handle everything after the lead. Fast follow-up, double confirmed appointments, and when someone doesn't show up, we replace them so your calendar fills with consults that actually show. Now, picture this. Next month, you open your calendar and you already know how many implant consults are on it. You're not hoping, you actually know because you see it in front of your eyes. That's what changes when you run a system instead of hoping for referrals. Let me show you what that looks like in real practice. Jenny is a general dentist. She does single implants, full arch, whatever the patient needs. She's very talented, very busy, but also was very dependent on word of mouth. I still remember her telling me in March of this year, before we ever started working together, that she had 0 implant consults that month. And the month before that, she only had 2, and even that was referred by her family members. We put our system in place. Now we book Jenny anywhere from 8 to 14 qualified implant consults every single month. Each one worth between $3,000 and north of $20,000. Now, is every practice gonna get Jenny's exact numbers? Heck no. Her market, her close rate, her effort, those are completely hers. But her situation before us, which is a talented dentist, empty calendar, no system, that part is almost everyone that we talk to. Same dentist, same skills, same town. The only thing that changed is she stopped hoping and started running a system. That could be your calendar. The application is right below this video. So here's our offer. We put the exact system in your practice, end to end, done for you completely. And you get at least 20 qualified implant consults in the next 60 days. Not clicks, not leads. 20 qualified consults on your calendar. And here's what makes this even sweeter. If we don't deliver those 20 qualified consults, we keep working at no extra cost until we do. Now, let's be clear. I'm not guaranteeing you're gonna be rich and make millions in a few months. And I'm not guaranteeing even how many patients are gonna say yes to your treatment. I can't sit in your consults for you. But what we are doing is putting in writing that you will get 20 qualified consults within 60 days. Getting patients in front of you is our job, and we take that risk completely, and we take it very seriously. But closing them is your job. But the cool part is this. When you do the math on what 20 consults can mean for your practice, you understand the power of what this offer can unlock for you. And I'll be straight up, because this part depends a lot on you and not just us. Why? Because say you average a closing of 50%. That's 10 implant patients in 60 days. Patients, not consults. If we're pessimistic, let's say you close only a quarter. That's still 5 new cases that you didn't have before. Now, you know what one implant patient is worth. Low end, 5 patients at even $5,000 each is $25,000. Realistic end, with a couple of full arches cases in the mix, like we usually see, 50, 60, and even 100,000 of new production from one round. Now again, let me clarify. I'm not going to sit here and promise you 100 grand. This is not what this is about. Some practices close better than others. Some markets are hotter than others. What I can tell you is what's realistically on the table for your practice when the calendar is full. Now I keep talking about qualified, so let's define what that actually means. A qualified consult is a real person in your area matched to an implant procedure that you do, contact confirmed, screened through our questionnaire, who genuinely wants treatment and can afford it. Someone who just wants free cleaning does not count, and if it doesn't count, it doesn't go towards your 20. Now you may have some questions, so let's address them. Do I have to do anything, you may ask? No, you just show up to the consult and present the treatment as you always do. We're gonna handle the rest. You never touch the tech. What about no-shows? We double confirm every appointment and replace the flakes. A consult only counts when someone actually shows up in your chair. And that number I promised at the start, here it is. Before we take any practice, we check whether your area has enough real implant demand to hit 20 in 60 days. If it doesn't, we'll tell you on the call and we don't take your money. We only implement the system for practices we know we can win for. One very important note, we can only run this for a handful of practices at once, so we cap it at 8 per quarter. It's what it takes to do this right, instead of spreading too thin like most agencies do. So when the spots are gone, they're gone. So here's what to do next. Right below this video, fill out the short application. It's gonna take you about 1 minute. Then on the next page, book a call. On the call, we're gonna look at your market, your numbers, and where the bottleneck is. And we're gonna map exactly how we're gonna get you to 20 consults in 60 days. Work together or not, you are going to leave with a plan. We're very good at this, and our track record shows it. But again, I'm not gonna pretend and promise you that this is magic and that everyone is gonna get the same identical results. But what I will promise is this. We're gonna do our job and we're gonna do it until it's fully done. To be a bit direct, you've got 2 options here. You either keep waiting on more word of mouth and hoping that next month is gonna be better, or you put a predictable system in place and get high value implant patients every single month. So, fill out the application, book your call, and let's fill your chairs.